What about now? All right, that works. I hope you all having a great Sunday evening. Got a couple of cool breaks tonight. Got a 59 Tops baseball set break, as well as the vintage mixer, 50 spotter. Something's not quite working with the chat, so I can see your chats coming through just fine. But it's not popping up on the like on my little feed here, so I don't know what that's about. So I'm just going to get rid of that window. And then I'll pull this to the side, and you can see the YouTube chat at least. Sorry to you Facebook folks. I don't know what's going on with that little chat icon. But what's up, Steve, Mike, Greg, Christian, Derek, Kid? Good to see you all. I'm sorry you're still sick, Mike. You were just really hanging around. Hey, Niakila. Although I do have an echo here. I need to mute that. Okay. What's up, Andy? All right. Oh, well, that would be a shame, Mike. That would be a shame for sure. All right. So we're 3 after. We'll go ahead and get rolling here. We've got our '59 break up first. A few new folks, so we'll do a quick rundown of how we do things. However many spots you bought, that's how many times your name is in this list. So if you bought 5 spots, it's here 5 times. If you bought 10, it's here 10 times, and so on. That's how many cards you're going to get. We'll randomize the list of names, paste it right next to this checklist. So whoever's name comes out, spot number 1 gets Ford Frick. Whoever comes out, spot number 10 gets Mickey Mantle, and so on. We won't read through all the hits. We won't read through every card. We'll read through the hits, show those live on the live stream, and then we will post up a full list sorted by participant as soon as the broadcast is over, and I'll email out a link to that. Usually takes me 15, 20 minutes to get everything sorted and posted and whatnot. You'll see that there are 20 highlighted cells. Those are the ones that get the free spots or the bonus spots in the 51 Bowman set break that's coming up a week after next. So coming up quick. So if you land one of these highlighted cards, you will also get a 51 Bowman spot. I think we're going to break that on December 2nd, most likely, maybe December 1st. I haven't quite nailed down holiday plans yet. So, but sometime around there. So lots of ways for you to get hits in this one. So that's kind of like 20 commons becoming hits. Should be good fun. Now comes the part where I need your help. That's deciding how many times we're going to randomize this list. So since this is a 59 set, we'll do between or including 5 and 9. So third number in the chat, between or including 5 and 9, is how many times we will randomize this list. All right. 1, 2, 3. So Steve's got us with 6 randoms. Fourth numbers. How many times we'll randomize the mixer? So that's also 6. Thanks, Clark. Thanks, everybody, for the numbers. Hey, what's up, Jared? Right. And if you're just hopping in, chat's restricted to YouTube this week, mostly because my little live streaming chat thing that brings the different platforms together seems to not be functioning. So just looking at the YouTube on the live stream. All right, so 6 randoms coming your way for both of these. We do use random.org list randomizer. Congrats to Herod4 on Twitter for winning the free spot. And this one, do get on those free spot giveaways. What's up, Joe? Good to see you in the chat, man. All right, 6 randoms. Here's 1. Here's 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Okay. Got our list here. I'm going to stay on this view tonight just because I know I'm going to need a little extra screen on the next break. All right. Card number 1, Ford Frick, going to Clark. Little commish card. But first big hit, card number 10. Mickey Mantle, nicely centered PSA 5 with moderate corner wear. Going to Greg Cutrice. Congrats, Greg. Beautiful Mantle. That does mean we've got a 51 Bowman bonus spot going to spot 9 to Nathan Lindgren and spot 11 to Brian Smith. Then we got Danny's All-Stars. Some good multiplayer cards in the 59 set. This one's going to Pierre Morin. Thomas and Kluszewski with 20. Duke Snyder going to Andrew Lau. Nellie Fox, your AL MVP for the White Sox in 1959. Card number 30. Going to Andy Dinger. Hey, Paul. Good to see you in the chat. Let's say the aforementioned Ted Kluszewski's 35. Going to James DeLong. Warren Spahn, card number 40. Going to Douglas Meyer. Really nice Willie Mays. Only reason this one's not graded is because I got it as a replacement after I'd sent off some of these cards to get graded. Some of them came graded. Mays card number 50. Going to Brian Smith. There you go, Brian. With card number 80 is the next hit, so we'll look at this bonus. Card 57 comes with a bonus in the 51 Bowman break for Jeffrey Gahn. And Minnie Minoso. Card number 80 going to Franz Mahler. Stan the Man, 150. Before we get to him, we've got a 51 Bowman bonus spot going to Andy Dinger. And another one going to Michael Swafford. All right, now the usual going to Kid Burdett. There you go, Kid. Saw you in the chat earlier. Here's a Stan Musial for you. Hey, Jason, good to see you in the chat. Another nice multiplayer. Ace Hurlers going to James Lee. We got Pierce and Roberts. Sandy Koufax, SGC3. Card 163. Going to Andrew Goldman. There you go, Andrew. Nice little snag on the Koufax. With Destruction Crew, Minoso, Colavito, Larry Doby. What is Steve Bauman? Nice multiplayer card there. For your Cleveland Indians. Yogi's the next hit, but before we get there, we've got a 51 Bowman bonus spot going to Brian Kennedy. Then the Yogi, card 180, going to Jared Houston. Go, Jared. Roger Maris, 202, going to Brian Kennedy. There you go, Brian. With Don Larson, 205, going to Scott Hillman. Probably the most popular multiplayer card in 59 set is the Braves Fence Busters with Aaron and Matthews, card 212, going to Douglas Meyer. Popping all the way up to 260 for the next hit, which means we've got a little bonus before then. 228, 51 Bowman bonus spot going to Paul Ganem, as well as James Lee getting a 51 Bowman bonus spot with 247. Early win, also going to James Lee at spot 260. Dodgers fans might feel like this is the best multiplayer card with Podres, Levine, and Drysdale. Hitters foes 262. Going to Steve Valinsky. Yeah, so Jay, we roll through the big hits on the live stream, and then after the live stream is over, I'll post a full list sorted by participants so you can go see even the commons you got. But we work through the hits on the live stream right in the spreadsheet. It's a good question, Terry. I don't know why Sandy's not in that pick. Um, that's worth investigating. I really don't know. 51 Bowman bonus along with uh, Joe Cunningham. 285 going to Greg Ritzer. We got Billy Martin. The Indians at this point going to Clark Carden. Let's see. Nope. Richie here's out of order. Richie Ashburn going to Jeffrey Gone. Jim Gilliam. Got that classy pink background. Also going to James DeLong. Another hit for you, James. Congrats. With Luis Aparicio. 310 going to James Lee. Good call out, Steve. Maybe hadn't quite developed into who we remember at that point. Hitting Kings, Ashburn, Mays. Going to Brian Kennedy. Ken Boyer is 325. He also gets the pink background treatment. Going to Christian Wagner. And 324 comes with a 51 Bowman bonus spot, also going to Christian. So nice little double tap there for you, Christian. George Sparky Anderson rookie card. 338 going to Jason Taylor. With another 51 Bowman bonus spot going to Christian with spot 342. Let's see. Players in their prime for sure. Hoyt Wilhelm led all of baseball in ERA in 1959 with a 2.19. Wilhelm going to Brian Kennedy. Really nice Ernie Banks, 350 going to Zachary Nelson. PSA 5.5. Robin Roberts is 352 going to Mark O. With Al Kaline, he is 360 going to Jeff now. I don't know why Jeff doesn't have a last name, but I'll make sure we get the right Jeff there. I'll go back and look who put what in their shipping names. Sometimes if you've got periods or something off in your name, my spreadsheet kicks out the rest of it after the period. Right. Another 51 Bowman bonus spot going to Timothy Bosley with card 377. Hank Aaron going to Zachary Nelson. Beautiful Aaron here. SGC 5. A little bit of corner wear top left. Other than that, just a little smudging from the printing process there. Beautiful card otherwise. Let's see. Dodger pitcher going to Steve Valinsky. Drysdale led the league in strikeouts with 242, 1959. Orlando Cepeda's 390. Going to William Bender. Let's see, we got the Keystone combo here. Fox Aparicio for your White Sox. Fun little team-themed card. He's 408. Going to James Lee. As we mentioned earlier, Fox getting the AL MVP. Aparicio led the league in stolen bases with 56. I didn't mention NL MVP earlier when we passed him, Ernie Banks, winning the NL MVP, 1959. Michael Leary snagging a 51 Bowman bonus spot. So there you go, Mike. Along with card 399, Larry Jackson. We got Frank Robinson. One of my favorite cards in the set is the Robinson. I really like the black background with the yellow lettering. Really brings the focus in on the image. 435. Going to Greg Edelman. Nice, Greg. 431 snags a bonus in the 51 Bowman set break. Going to Anthony Viglucci. Looks like I forgot to pull Whitey Ford, but that one's going to you, Jared. I think you had a different Yankee earlier, so a couple of Yankees for you tonight. Brooksy. Going to Michael Mayville. Right, we got Ed Matthews next, 450. Going to Jason Shepard. Right, there's our free spot popping up. Herod4 on Twitter snagging the card 453, Les Moss from the Chicago White Sox. Do make sure you send me your shipping info, just a direct message. I don't suggest tweeting out your shipping info. Larry Doby going to Zach Thiel. Hey, no worries. Here's the Doby for Zach. Fun subset in 59 is the Baseball Thrills. I guess before we get there, 51 Bowman bonus spot going to Brian Smith with card 456. Right, here's Mantle hitting his 42nd homer for the Crown, going to Brian Coble. Fantastic card with the Mays catch. Going to Andrew Goldman. All these cards are cool, right? So we got the K-Line, the Colavito. Here we've got Aaron clubbing a World Series homer for Joe Mordini. Snyder's play, bringing LA victory for Mike O'Leary. Musial, wrapping out his 3,000th hit for Brian Kennedy. Right, Roberto Clemente, 478. Going to Christian. Congrats, Christian. Big break for you tonight. SGC 5. Very nice, Clemente. All right, sandwiching around the Clemente are 51 Bowman bonus spots to Clark Carden and Jeffrey Gahn. Johnny Podres at 495, going to Jared Houston. So there's a Dodger for you, Jared. That'll bring us into the high numbers. Norm Cash, 509, going to Greg Ritzer. The high numbers are very easy to tell in 59. You shift from a gray back to more of a cream-colored back, as well as the black box around the card number instead of green. Black text overall instead of green on the back. So very easy to distinguish your high numbers in 59. Yankees team card is 510. Going to Dean Plovich. Do get a little bit of a premium for your high numbers in 59, not as much as, say 61 or 67, but still not necessarily easy. Absolutely, Philip. The art on the back's cool stuff. Harmon was a bonus baby. I don't know exactly what that means. Anybody know what that means? That Harmon was a bonus baby? I've never noticed that one before. Killebrew, though, 515. Well, before we get to Killebrew, we got Gibson. Nice little back-to-back stars here. Gibson going to Jeffrey Gahn. So it's Gibson rookie, of course. SGC 3. Nice crease-free 3. So nice little hit. Jeffrey on the Gibson rookie. Then the Killebrew going to Douglas Meyer. Harmon, let's say, 42 home runs in 1959. Jeffrey with bonus in the 51 Bowman as well as Derek Peaster. Oh, nice, Jeff. Good to see you in the chat. Signing bonus. I guess just not as common back in the day, so worth calling it out. Interesting. Right, popping on up to oh, that's interesting. Had to stay in the bigs for the first 2 years. Symbol of Courage, Roy Campanella. Went to Douglas Meyer. Then into the All-Star subset. Cepeda going to Edwin Pastrana. Of course, lots of these are stars, even if I'm not showing them. Mazeroski going to Clark Carden. Nellie Fox. Going to Kyle Bean. Ken Boyer. Going to Gary Goldberg. With Luis Aparicio. I didn't pull Ernie for some reason. Ernie Banks going to Joe Mardini. And Luis Aparicio going to Douglas Meyer. Aaron 561 going to Fred Mastretta. Al Kaline going to Anthony Viglucci. Willie Mays going to Greg Ritzer. Two more hits to show. Mantle. All-Star 4.5 going to Joey Plumley. Congrats there, Joey. Then we've got a 51 Bowman bonus spot going to Bob Turley. And then Warren Spahn going to Jeffrey Gahn. Nice little snag on the Spahn. So there you have those, folks. Let me get things shuffled around here. And again, I'll email out the link to the full list sorted by participant as soon as the broadcast is over. Right, that brings us to our little mixer. Decided we're going to randomize this one 6 times as well. So 50 spots. This checklist was in the break listing, so it's just as it was posted there. All right, 6 randoms coming your way. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jonathan Deegan on top, Jason Edminster on bottom. Right, we'll look at all of these since they're 50 and should go pretty quick. Jonathan Deegan snagging 51 Bowman set break spot. Greg Ritzer snagging Ed Matthews. Enos Slaughter going to Angelo Simone. Wilhelm going to Douglas Meyer. Another 51 Bowman bonus spot going to William Ratliff. Hodges goes to Andrew Perez. Podres going to Scott Owens. Manoso to Joe Driver. Newhouser going to Greg Ritzer. Another 51 Bowman spot, going to William Bender. Warren Spahn, going to Jason Shepard. It's a 55. Then we got a 58 Spahn, going to Donald Barnett. With Spahn All-Star, went to Derek Peaster. Billy Martin, going to Dina. It's 51 Bowman spot, going to Mike O'Leary. With Stan, going to Angelo Sermoni. Fox, 60 All-Star, going to Robert Morris. With a 61 Golden Press, Nap Lajoie, going to Jeff Sly. Actually have two 66 Star Jewels, which somehow I didn't notice before, but first one going to Steve Valinsky. With Ernie Banks, going to Andrew Perez. Then a 51 Bowman spot going to Zach Thiel. With the other Star Jewel going to Jim Peddle. Gibson going to Angelo Sermoni. Simoni. All right. Now, I said I was going to live rip these packs, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to ship them sealed unless somebody just really wants me to rip theirs. So, Clark, I'll ship this to you sealed. So it's a 70s auto repack. And the big hit in the break is the Willie Mays. Went to William Ratliff. PSA 4 on the 54 Mays. So that's the big chase here. Congrats, William. Another 70s repack going to Greg. With Lou Brock. 67 going to Jonathan Deegan. Card you don't see very often, the 68 Atlantic Oil. Roger Maris going to Greg Ritzer. With 68 Brock, going to Andrew Perez. 69 McCovey, going to Donald Barnett. With the Burt Blyleven rookie. Oh, before we get there, we've got 51 Bowman spot going to Jonathan Deegan. Then just a 70s set break repack going to Andrew Perez. So that's one of these. Around 100 of those left out of the 600, so snag one of those if you want them. Probably have some cool Christmas specials to move out some of these repacks and maybe a couple new repacks too. So give you something to open on Christmas. All right. Blyleven going to Andrew Perez. With Reggie Jackson going to Jeff Williams. Another 51 spot going to Jeff Sly. Clemente going to Steve Bauman. 72 Reggie going to Marty. 72 Gibson going to Jonathan Deegan. You got the Fisk rookie here. Going to William Bender. Another 51 Bowman spot. This one goes to Steve Valinsky. A nice looking 72 Carlton going to Andrew Perez. With Seaver, also 72. Oh, sorry. Carlton goes to Joe Driver. Seaver goes to Andrew Perez. '73 Gibson goes to Marty Wisbinski. Brooksy. '73 goes to Paul Ganem. With a '51 Bowman spot going to Andrew Perez. Yaz going to Greg Ritzer. Let's see, '73 K-Line. Yeah, you spot 47 going to Paul Ganem. Jim Rice rookie going to Scott Owens. Dennis Eckersley rookie going to Greg Ritzer. And then final '51 Bowman spot going to Jason Edmister. So there you have it, folks. I'll get these sorted for you to peruse exactly which cards you hit. I'll email out a link to those as well as post it on socials. Tentatively 64 tops, depending on if I can upgrade the cards that need to be upgraded in the 64 set I've got on hand, because it's a little rougher than I remembered. So keep an eye out for that one. Definitely going to have a pretty cool auto mixer though, and I might just bump up the 57 tops into the 64 slot if I need to. But those are coming up this coming Friday. Maybe a mini mixer to go along with it. And then you've got the 51 Bowman set break looming. So if you do want to get in on that, make sure check out the info that's linked here on the banner up top. And you just fill out this little form if you want in on that one, and you'll pay the week of Thanksgiving. So there you have it. That's all I got for tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you. This is Burl signing off.